Okay, guys, we are working on a 2018 Toyota Tundra, and we're going to show the rust underneath the vehicle carriage, undercarriage. As you can see, the leaf springs are quite rusted. All right, and we're going to show you the underneath here by the back. This is the rear differential, quite rusted. There's the rear cross members. A lot of rust on that. Rust on the shocks. And this is before we treat it for the under coating. We're going to use an oil undercoating. The frame isn't too bad. This truck has only maybe 13,000 miles on it, so the truck wasn't used real heavily under salt conditions and brine conditions, winter conditions. It's a 2018 Tundra, so there's not a lot of rust on the frame right now. You can see some pitting there. There's not a whole lot of rust on the frame, but if you do have some rust on the frame, the oil will stick to it, and that's the plan. So it should stick as well, but the frame here is not well rusted at this point. But as you can see underneath, the vehicle has quite a bit of rust, which will be okay for the oil to stick to. And this is a before video, and then we'll show an after video. And we're going to hit the spare tire as well. So it's this vehicle is not too bad as far as rust goes, but we're going to treat it with the oil treatment, and that's a it's a fluid oil, so it's not going to harden. It's not going to do anything like that, because it's more of a fluid type of oil, and that goes on your frame system here, and it's self-healing. It will creep a little bit, and we're going to hit these areas with it, and then we'll show the after video so you can see how we did that. And but yeah, a little rust is actually pretty good, but most people, if you haven't treated your vehicle before the under coating, then you may have some rust like this. So you may have a lot more rust if you use it a lot in the winter, and obviously if you're not using it all the time, and maybe you're just not using it during wintertime seasons and things like that. But if you have some rust on your frame or your parts underneath the vehicle, like the leaf springs, some rust is actually pretty good because it'll give the oil something to stick to. But it's obviously you don't need to have rust on the frame. But then there's other options for you if you have a brand new vehicle. But most people may have not undercoated their vehicle when it's brand new, and this would be something that you could do if you had your vehicle for a few years, and just do a quick inspection, and you can see the rust underneath there forming, and then we'll treat it with the treatment oil, and it'll penetrate the rust, and it goes right through the rust down to the bare metal, and it's very fluid, and you get self-healing. So if you get a scrape in it or a nick in it, it will sort of self-heal, like it'll just cover over and creep back over itself. So that's basically the idea. It's not a hardening type treatment, but here you go. Here's the pre-video, and then we'll do a second video once it's done. Okay, guys, we are back with the 2018 Toyota Tundra, and we just started coating it with the oil undercoating. As you can see, we hit the leaf springs. Got to hit a few more spots. Hit the frame real good. It covered up all the rust. And as you can see, we're going into the back here. That's the rear end. Covered that real good. Covered the shock. All the U-bolts. Like I said, we got to hit a few more spots yet just to finish it up. But as you can see, the oil sticks real nice, and it'll go through the rust. It'll get right to the metal and then protect everything. So that way you're all protected for the winter season. Best time to apply this is the spring and summer. It does creep in the spray, and the oil will move around. It's very pliable, so if it gets scraped or bumped, it'll sort of repair itself. Basically, it just protects everything while it sits on the metal like that. So it doesn't harden, it doesn't crack or anything like that. So there you go. You can take a look and see how it's covered. Got to finish up a few more spots. And it is it is a safe product. It's basically a food grade oil. I mean, obviously you're not going to eat it, but it's very safe for the environment. So it's not like a motor oil. It protects and seals up from the rust and everything getting to the air getting in there and keep expanding the rust process. It'll stop that. Protects the vehicle. And yeah, so if your vehicle is a few years old and you have some rust on it, and you want to treat that, you want to cover that up and get it sealed and protected, and it usually lasts 1 to 2 years depending on how you're driving. Just check it every so often, check it every season, maybe before winter, and then you can treat it right before winter if it needs a touch up or if it needs a full spray. But it's fairly cost effective to protect your vehicle for the winter months, and then and if you do it once a year or twice a year, depending on how you're driving, then your car is always protected. There you go. This is my truck, and I just wanted to show how it looks. Thanks for watching.